What's up guys? When I started playing guitar, one of the things that excited me the most is the idea of playing lines, playing solos, and it was really hard, and it took me quite a bit of time to understand even how to approach it. What I want to do today is really trying to understand and talk about 10 elements, 10 levels that really helped me progress and learn how to be able to solo and how to feel more free. Some of these levels are very technical and some of them are very almost emotional. So let's dive in. Before we start, what we're going to use right now is the G minor pentatonic, which sounds just like this. Very, very beautiful. When we're going to do these exercises, I want you guys to really deeply feel the pain. I want you to feel that, the pain of the sound, and really almost tag it emotionally when you're playing. I know these are exercises that are like technical, or at least some of them, but we really want to connect and feel the music as much as possible. I think this is a huge part. All right, let's do it. Level 1. I'm gonna take a little loop. And we're gonna play 8 notes, literally 8 notes. G minor pentatonic, you can check the PDF. Just 8 notes. Now, the question is, when does this become music, right? So this is something very technical, but now what I'm gonna do while being in this kind of flow, just playing the scale, I'm gonna skip some notes or change directions ever so slightly. It's not a specific motion that I'm skipping, I'm just trying to mess with it ever so slightly, but keeping this flow. You can join me if you like and you're holding a guitar, but we can listen and agree that this is not music just yet. So for level 2, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add 2 notes. In that sense, just repeating a note twice. Check it out. Not all the notes, still keeping the 8 note flow. So it becomes almost a phrase. But not just quite. I think what we need now for level 3 is stop. Literally omitting. So we have a flow of information, 8 notes. And then we just pause. But it's not exciting just yet. If you're feeling this video and like to support, the best way to do so is by checking out the Patreon. There's a ton of information there, including a PDF for this video and many other videos. So again, thank you so much, and yeah, thanks. For level 4, what I'd like to add is an extra note, a chromatic note. You also know it as the blues note. But I'm gonna open the door for all chromatic notes. So I'm gonna accept this flat 5, and this is the finger that we can use, but also we can try different placements of chromatic notes to lead us to strong places. Now, I want you guys to kind of free flow and try it. So let's do it on the groove. See? Again, 8 notes, keeping that framework with the doubles, maybe a pause. But I'm not feeling it just quite. Oh, if you're interested, there is a group sessions that I'm doing the information is below. You can apply, and there will be a short audition. And I'm really excited to work on this together. It's really, really cool. It's basically small groups that we are working on music together, and yeah, hope to see you there. Thanks. I think when we talk about music, at least for me, I'm thinking about it as expressing ideas and emotions over a certain template. And I think the emotional thing and the experience needs to be really clear. And a lot of times when we play guitar and practice things, we tend to do the physical thing, which is great, but also tagging the colors and deeply listening to it is a huge, huge part that I can't express how important that is in the process of learning. So what I'd like us to do and try is just sing the scale, literally just sing it. So, and just feel the color. So, how does that feel compared to that G? And this is the music basically, right? That's the color, the tension and release. So, si mol do, si mol sol, fa sol. So, si mol do, re, do, si sol. Sol, si, do, re, fa, sol, fa, re, do, si, sol, fa, re, sol. Right? Just literally singing the scale up and down, but by doing that, I think we're connecting our whole kind of body and heart into the process of listening, and that's will make a huge difference when we play music. All right, question. I'm really, really curious to hear what emotions and colors you're hearing when you're playing the pentatonic. If you could comment, that would be amazing, because then we can compare how people are hearing it. I'm sure we'll find some similarities. I know it's hard to verbalize, but please try. Like, what do you feel when you hear versus what are, you know, those 5 notes? Just what emotion or color are you imagining? And I'm kind of stoked to check it out. Now, we're going to go to the second section of this video, which is slightly more complex. So a lot of these things are definitely feel approachable. This section is a little bit more advanced, so try to stick around, but don't feel bad if this is a little harder, because it is a little harder. Level 6. Here, what we're gonna do is triplets and 16 notes. So we're starting from the same framework. So basically, this was our 8 note, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Takita, takita. We can add the chromatic note or any chromatic notes, but we can start just feeling that. Once we get comfortable, and also making sure that we hear it as much as possible, at least trying. Now we go to 16 notes. But like we said before, this is not music yet. So I think the same thing that we did in the other process, let's take the 8 notes, triplets and 16 here on level 6, but also omit notes, also add the chromatic notes and the pauses. So I'm trying to be in a place of flow, that I'm playing quite a bit of notes to get comfortable with the technical element. Nothing complicated, and I feel like this is the moment almost where the technical, right, the if you will, the facility, the action goes into music. It's the same place, I think, that when you're doing something well, it could hopefully eventually become art, right? Because making coffee can be awesome, but there's a certain threshold that you cross, or we cross, and then this coffee is art. The same thing I feel with music and pentatonic scale and all these things. It's cool. We can hear the scale, we can hear the progression, and just play. It's not music yet. Now what I want in level 6, we'll do one more thing here, is I want us to shift between the subdivisions. 8 notes, maybe also quarter notes, triplet and 16. Pause. And notice that I'm really staying in this position, which leads us to here. I'm gonna try and mix, right, the other positions of the guitar. So before we do that, I'll just quickly go over 5 positions for G minor pentatonic. Position 1 is the one we just played. When I'm working on these positions, I would do the same thing with the listening in the heart, right? So sometimes I'll literally just sing a G, so and when I'm playing, I am telling myself the name of the notes oftentimes, I mean all the time actually, and I'm also trying to tag the colors. So I'm listening to this B flat and trying to, without words, explain what it means to me. Next position here, so, and this is, right, this is the framework that we need to have in order to express. Next position here, you also have all this in the PDF if you need it. Next position here. And last position here. And of course there are many ways and options to tag this information and to work on mapping the fingerboard. They're all great. There's no one truth, but this is definitely an easy way to divide the neck into 5 positions. Okay, so now we're gonna do the triplet exercise with the 5 positions. You see, I'm just moving. No music yet. The next step for that is doing the same process that we did before. So making sure we can hear it, making sure we can move between the notes, between the positions, and later on trying to add the double stop, trying to add the 2 notes, trying to add breaks, trying to move between the triplets, 16 and 8 notes. Level 10. Here what we're going to do is add or kind of focus our mind into one color, and I want to think about the 6 and the 9. What I mean by that is, again, taking the G minor pentatonic, the first position, and listening to that 9. So in this case it's the note A, and feeling that tension. So when I'm soloing, I'm going to try and highlight that color on the chord, and the second note that I'm going to try and highlight a little bit is the 6, which is also a very beautiful color. Let's try it. The 6 is kind of harsh. The 9 is a little softer. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was interesting and fun, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye.